How's it going, guys? I am back in Fallout 4, and today I'm going to be showing you my first Workbench Anywhere build. This is going to be another series. This will be a much smaller one, more than likely, but it's at Old Gullet Sinkhole, so that's directly north of the Medford, our MedTech Research Lab and Medford Hospital. I showed a couple of different locations on there that it was surrounded by, but a lot of these builds in this settlement are going to be like little survivor shacks, so people have kind of moved in. But I do want to say I don't know if stuff will actually respawn here. There's a death call in this place, so I don't know if people will actually, or if the enemies will actually respawn. But essentially, in these gaps in the buildings and stuff, I'm going to try to build some makeshift houses inside of the fallen down structures that are down here. So you can see that the gap between the left side, which is the ceiling, and the other side, that's the floor, is almost perfect for a foundation. So I just try to get it in there evenly on both sides so that it looks like it's touching both sides, or almost touching, because that's an easy fix as long as I can throw down some plywood. And another thing I want to point out is the left side, it's not actually flat, the floor. There's some bumps and stuff, so that's why you'll notice that part of the foundation is already in the wall, sunk into it. It's mainly just because of that. It just, the floor of that building is kind of lumpy, I guess. I don't really know how else to put it, but a lot of the structures that I'm going to be building here aren't going to be full structures. They're going to be kind of just been thrown together, and also kind of well hidden. That's going to be my main goal, is kind of well hidden down here so that people will not try to attack them as often. I'm sure that just being in the wasteland, they would expect to be attacked occasionally, but they are trying to avoid just being out in the open. A little bit of it is going to be exposed, because I'll just say it now, I started building here the other day, and none of these videos in this settlement are going to be too long, hopefully, but I tried to make them pretty small builds. A little bit of one of the things I build is going to be outside in the open, but most of it is going to be pretty concealed and well hidden. So as you can see, I'm adding kind of a roof above the other foundation. I'm just trying to line it up with the top of the wall up there along the beam underneath the floor, so that it doesn't look like it's floating or anything like that. But I'm just trying to figure out that height, and then also where I need to place it in comparison to both sides of the roof, so the walls and everything like that. And now I'm just trying to figure out how I would get up there, because I had messed around with this a little bit, but I hadn't built a full structure, so I wasn't sure exactly how this was going to work out. The main problem I'm having here is I'm too high in the air, so I need to lower everything, and I think that I did that eventually. It may have been after the video was over, but I lowered everything a little bit, just a foot probably. I don't know, in game. Probably about one step on this stair right here from one step to the next one. That's about as much as I lowered everything. But you'll notice, yeah, so, oh, I did it on camera. Alright. So, first I lowered the roof because I needed to figure out how, like, tall, or how much height I needed above for it to be, like, able to walk through and stuff like that. And there's a huge gap on that side, so I was just looking at that a second ago. There's a huge gap open in the wall on the right side of this building, but I deal with that later. I don't know if I do that in the video either. There's a lot of stuff I didn't do in the video, and a lot of things I won't do in the videos on this, like, series. I'm gonna leave out quite a bit of stuff just to keep the video time a little bit shorter. I'm not sure what to call. I mean, like, I'll probably just call it old Gullet Sinkhole, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna call, like, these houses and stuff. Just like survival shacks, I guess, or something like that. Or like something to do with the ruins of the buildings. I'm still not sure. I'll have to figure that out before you guys. So hopefully I can come up with something good. But I finally put the stairs in. You can see it's a lot more roomy up here, a lot more space. I think I move it, the stairs, a little bit, trying to get it to where it's a little smoother, like walking up here. Probably would have been better if I'd kept it down, because eventually it does actually become, like, whenever I was walking through, you can really only get through a lot of the, or you can only get through the staircase by, like, running against the right side. Really, that's the easiest way, but there's not a whole lot of room on the left because the way the building is shaped. But this house is actually super weird, like, just thinking about it, because not often do you have, like, a building that's, like, at a complete, like 30-degree angle. Not 30. Like 45-degree angle. And then you have to deal with, like, the wall leaning in towards you and leaning away from you, but you still can't use that space. It's really weird. But that's been one of the most fun parts about building at this place, is dealing with, like, the rubble and dealing with, like, the shape of the buildings and stuff. I love rebuilding things that are, like, pre-made structures in Fallout 4, mainly just because they're cool structures, like the houses and stuff that you would get in a settlement. And then, like, you can do some pretty freaking awesome stuff whenever you rebuild it. I mean, you can make some pretty cool structures. If you guys have watched a lot of my old series that I've done so far, I feel like I've done a pretty awesome job of actually rebuilding structures in settlements. I feel like those are always my most popular settlements. Not like, I mean, Murkwater was mainly original builds, like the tree houses and stuff. The only thing that wasn't was the restaurant and the storage, just because they both were on the actual house in Murkwater. But things like my sanctuary builds, Red Rocket, I just kind of used the structure in Red Rocket. I mean, I added, like, the, what's it called? That won't work. I added, like, the bus and a couple other things in that build, but overall it really wasn't anything crazy. But I feel like my most popular ones are the ones of me actually rebuilding stuff that's in the game. Right here, all I was doing was trying to figure out how to close off that other side. And also make this look more like a door frame, so I place that down. I think that that's one of the best ways to make any build look like a door frame, sorta, is any like open, like half wall with an opening that's supposed to be a door. If you had like a piece of wood, a plank or something, uh, it really makes it look a lot better. I get these from custom vanilla assets, or you can use Quappa and rotate any plank that you need. So those will both work, but I always just throw down like a piece or two of, or one or two planks that are at the 90-degree angle from custom vanilla assets, and I think that that actually makes it look a lot better in my opinion. And then right here to close off this gap on the left side, I ended up just grabbing some planks and I like just pretty much smacked them on the back side of this fence. They clip a little bit, but you can't like hardly tell. It just kind of looks like a broken piece of wood or something like that. This one's a little bit longer, so it'll fill a little bit more of the gap. And I do leave it, I think, like this, so it does look a little bit open, but it's not that bad. But just a few like more details left for the house. I think I just grabbed, yeah, a couple pieces of plywood. Or no. Oh, okay, so this was for the top of the stairs. But there was a couple details I did after this. Like I said, I closed up that hole right there with, I think it was like 50-degree planks on this build. And you can just like kind of stack them up. I threw down like a bunch, and then I threw down the one that's like a bunch of planks like kind of scattered together, just to make it look like it's like scattered planks just hammered on or something like that. But here's the finished build. I tried to conceal it a little bit with some like plants and vines and stuff hanging down. I think that it looks pretty awesome actually. Pretty pleased with how this build turned out. But this has actually been a really cool place to build at. I'm not finished yet. I'm not sure how many builds I'm going to do, but I really think that this is an awesome place to build. It feels really cool. Also, you can just fast travel to it because it's already a location of the game, which is probably what I would do if I'm going to build anywhere, unless I build like a checkpoint or like some sort of outpost or something like that, survival shack or something, just kind of off the grid. But yeah, I really like this. I think that it turned out really cool. I've got a door frame. Something I did for this door frame actually is I added a metal wall on the left side, and I added 2 posts in the middle so that it looks like an even better door frame. I back up to show it. Oh man, I think that looks super cool. I think that that fit really well. I was actually really pleased with how that turned out. I just kind of forgot about it. But I filled in the gap on the left of that half wall with a fence. The person that lives here has got some food and a place to cook. And they've got a nice little bedroom up here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think this build. Let me know where you guys want to see me build after I finish at Old Gullet Sinkhole, I guess, because it's probably not going to be a bunch of videos. But yeah, let me know where you guys want to see me build next. Let me know what you guys want to see me build next, or what would fit in here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.